Welcome to r/TIFU, a community for the dumbass in all of us. Today I effed up by sending the whole office a toilet selfie. Today is my first day of telecommuting. My boss set up a text string yesterday to keep everyone connected, and this morning we were all checking in and sending pictures of our assistants, pets. I have a cat who I love more than life itself, so I was really excited to share a picture of his face. I typed up a message, attached a precious headshot, and pressed send. After sending, I realized that in addition to the precious headshot, I had also sent a selfie taken while sitting on the toilet. It has the cat in it, but it also has a lot of upper thigh and bathroom trappings. Not lewd, but still very obviously an unprofessional photo that was not to be shared with coworkers. No one commented on it. Bright side? It will be easy to avoid eye contact for a few weeks. Today I effed up by opening the blinds to my bathroom and exposing myself. So in my house there's a bathroom right beside the front door with a window, but the blinds have always been down ever since I moved in here. I was taking an extra stinky this morning, so I pulled my pants all the way down to my ankles for extra knee support. In the middle of pushing out a log, I heard a rustling in the bushes in front of the window. My cat likes to eat the flowers on the bush, and I always get onto her for eating them. Being the big-brained, sneaky human that I am, I decide to scare her. I pulled the blinds up and gave her a little "ha!" only to be greeted by the Amazon delivery guy. He was dropping off my package in the bushes so no one would take it, per my instructions. I fumbled with the blinds and couldn't close them from sitting down, so I tried to squat walk closer, but my pants around my ankles weren't helping. He finally just gave me a half wave and scurried away, probably hoping to suddenly get amnesia from what he had just witnessed. Today I effed up by forgetting I was having groceries delivered and consequently traumatizing the delivery driver. I ordered a food delivery from the supermarket to be delivered this morning. I work from home, so it's super convenient. I had had a super shitty day yesterday, so I was having a slow morning. It got to 10 a.m. and I was still in my dressing gown with no belt and nothing underneath, hair washed and awful, mascara down my face. I get a knock at the door and I think it's the postman, only to see it's my food delivery. I'm annoyed at myself, as I completely forgot. Usually I'd be ready and dressed and have shut the cats in another room because they're currently indoor cats and try to escape. This is where the first thing goes wrong. I go and take the first tray from the driver. We get the food delivered in big basket trays. You take them in your house and unload them and give the trays back. As I take it, my dressing gown swings open and I'm fully naked underneath. I panic and turn around, quickly apologizing. But from the red glow emanating from his face, he clearly saw everything. I run to the kitchen and dump out the shopping, grab a scarf from my coat rack and tie it around my waist, making me look ridiculous but at least covered. Now he's bringing the other two trays to the door. I pick up the second. As I'm walking to the kitchen, one of my cats makes a run for the open door. She's recently rescued and not allowed out quite yet, so I panic and try to block her way with my foot. At this point, my lower back completely gives away, and I collapse on the floor in pain, covering myself, my cat, and everything in the groceries, including a jar of cornichons that smashes. I'm now on the floor and can't move, covered in pickle juice, already looking in a state, and I have a very angry cat next to me. I'm so stuck. I have to call the delivery guy, who has to come into my house and help me up, at which point I'm almost in tears from pain. My other cat has now appeared and is trying to lick up the pickle juice, so he's also trying to move her away at the same time. He helps me into the living room and brings the next tray of food in for me and starts to empty it on the sofa as I'm half laying, half sitting on the floor next to it. Then I realize how awful my living room looks. As I said, I had an awful day the night before and consoled myself by finishing off a bottle of wine and then moving on to some gin, both of which bottles were still on the living room table with the gin lid off, as I hadn't cleaned up yet. You think that'd be it? And I've already disgraced myself enough looking like an unemployed alcoholic with no personal hygiene and half in tears, but oh no. My newer cat decides it's time to come hurling back down the stairs and straight out the front door, which the delivery driver let swing open again when he rushed in to pick me up. So now I'm unable to move, and I'm actively sobbing as I'm in a lot of pain, and I'm panicking she'll run off. Between sobs, I ask if he could possibly try to catch her, as I can't move and she's old and scared. Luckily, he is a hero and manages to wrestle her back in, which is no easy feat, as she's over a stone and a bit bitey and hissy. He practically yeets her inside and runs back to the safety of his little van without a look back. It took me 20 minutes to get up and hobble upstairs to get in the bath, and then another 20 minutes to lower myself in. And to cap it off, I'm now in the bath and realize I haven't put any shopping away, including ice cream. Today I effed up by letting my cat put its head in my mouth. Throwaway account for obvious reasons. This just happened a few minutes ago. I was laying on my couch and my cat decided to jump up and lay on my chest as he often does. I had eaten lunch, which was a chicken salad sandwich. So naturally, my cat was intrigued by the smell and wanted to get a good whiff. He was sniffing around my face, heavily, almost comically. I was feeling pretty generous at the time, so I got a brilliant idea to open my mouth really wide and let him enjoy, but also because I was curious how far he would venture in. You know, normal pet owner stuff. He got his head in about halfway when suddenly he decided to let out a violent and very wet sneeze right into my mouth. I'm effing disgusted, and the weekend was ruined before it even started. Here's some of the comments posted. I thought the cat was going to bite OP's tongue. I thought the cat was going to lick inside his mouth. Considering that I thought he would throw up in your mouth, that went pretty well. At least his head didn't get stuck in your mouth. I'm so relieved you didn't bite his head off. I thought that's what was coming. Oh, no. This grosses me out so much. Only because I do that sort of thing all the time. I'll open my mouth and they just sniff and move on. Now I have a fear I never knew I needed to have. And now for some r/jokes. The funniest sub on Reddit. My neighbor speaks to her cat as if it could understand her. I told my dog, and we both had a laugh over it. The Australian turns to the cat and asks him, "Do you have trouble with poo sticking to your fur?" The cat said no. So the Australian picked up the cat and wiped his bum with him.